Abundant Grace International School, we are located right in Obuasi, precisely BDM. The school has a number of facilities that aid in learning. We have qualified and trained teachers who are ready and willing to assist the children. The school has many facilities such as the ICT laboratory. We also have a science laboratory. We also have a library. The school has a number of buses which convey the children from their various destinations to the school premises. We have the football team, we have the drama group, we have a lot, and the school is based on the Christian principles. For more inquiries, you can call this number 0541 310 901 0541 670772. Abundant Grace, in God we trust.
Hello. Good morning, beautiful viewers. Once again, welcome to AGPS TV, presenting to you Miss Faustina Eshem on the home economics aspect of BDT. Now, today, we are going to talk about one of most of the important parts of our home. That is, we are going to talk about one certain or important part of the home, and that is the kitchen. We are going to talk about the kitchen. Now, I know we do a lot of things in the kitchen, and it is one of the important parts of the home. It's one of the important parts of the home. Now, can you guess some of the things that we do in the kitchen? Can you try to guess, or can you try to say something about the kitchen, or what are some of the things that we do in the kitchen? There are lots of things that we do in the kitchen. Let's try to name some of the things that we do there. 1, we prepare food there, we eat there, we keep our utensils there, we wash there. We do a lot of things in the kitchen. So now, when we say a kitchen, what is a kitchen? Your own definition. What are you going to give for kitchen? Okay, very good. Now let's look at what kitchen is meant. What is kitchen? Now when we say kitchen, kitchen is the place in the home where food is being prepared, where food is being cooked, where we wash utensils, where we store utensils, and where dishes are being prepared. So in the kitchen is a place where food is kept, prepared, and cooked, as well as for washing and storage of cooking utensils and dishes. So when you look at the kitchen, we have a lot of duties that is being performed in the kitchen. Food is being kept there. The food that we prepare is being kept there. Or not only the foods that we do prepare them are kept in the kitchen. Foods that you're about to prepare too are kept in the kitchen. We cook there. We do our washing there. The washing is not washing your clothes, but the kitchen, it deals with utensils. The utensils being used for the cooking is being washed there. As well as we store these cooking utensils. When I talk of the cooking utensils, they are the equipment and tools that help us in preparing and cooking of our food. So we store these utensils, and as well as the dishes being prepared to are also stored there. So this is what is meant by the kitchen. So the kitchen is one of the important parts or place in the kitchen, because a lot of things is being done in the kitchen. Now, when we come to home economics, we have so many types of kitchen, but we have been able to group them into 3. We have been able to group them into 3. Since examination is concerned, we've been able to group them into 3. But before we go to the types of the kitchen, let's try to look at some other parts of the house, or let's try to look at some other rooms apart from the kitchen, rooms that when it comes to kitchen, it also links to. Now we are talking about the dining room. the dining room. Some also say the dining hall, the dining room. Now, what is the dining room or the dining hall? The dining room is an area where food is served and eaten both at home and outside the home. The dining room is an area where food is served and eaten both at home and outside the home. So when we talk of the dining hall, we know that we eat at the dining hall, or our parents serve us food, mommy serve us food at the dining hall. Now, most of the time when we talk about the dining hall, we only link ourselves to the dining hall in our homes. But today, you are going to learn something different. Or when you talk about the dining, it doesn't only link about the home, or it doesn't only link us to the home. It also take us outside the home. Now, someone can take you out to have a dinner. The place where you are going to dine with the person is also a dining room. When someone take you out to have a drink, or to party, or to even eat in a certain place, that place is also called a dining room, because the food is being served to you and then you are going to eat. So when you talk of the dining room, it doesn't only link us to the home, but also outside the home, where food is being served to you and then you are going to eat. Another aspect of the kitchen is the restaurant. The restaurant is a commercial place where meals are prepared and served to customers. It's a commercial place where meals are prepared and served to the customers. So the restaurant, you go there, you request the food that you want, they will prepare it and then they serve to you, and you are going to buy it. It's not for free. So with the restaurant aspect, that's why you're saying it's a commercial place. The reason there is that they do it in order to have profits on what they are doing. That's why I say it's a commercial place where meals are prepared and served. So they are serving the meals to you with the intention of getting something out of the meals that they are serving to you. So that is the restaurant when it comes to the kitchen. Now that you know the dining room, the restaurant, and the kitchen, let's go to the types of kitchen. As I told you, we have a lot. But due to examination's sake, you've been able to group them into 3. So the types of the kitchen is, we have 3 types of the kitchen. We have traditional kitchen, traditional improved kitchen, and then modern kitchen. So, when you talk about the kitchen, these are our 3 types of kitchen that we have. We have 1 traditional kitchen, we have 2 traditional improved kitchen, and then the last one is modern kitchen. Now, the groupings of the kitchen is based on the equipment being used in that particular kitchen. The reason why you have been able to group or to get these 3 types of kitchen depends on the types of equipment and tools being used in the kitchen. What I'm trying to tell you is that before we can identify that this type of kitchen is a traditional based kitchen, it depends on the equipment and then the tools being used there. So let's take the first one and let's try to look about some of the things being found in the traditional kitchen that to tell us that this is a traditional kitchen. Can you guess any tools and equipment being used in the traditional kitchen to identify or to base on to tell you that this is a traditional kitchen? Okay, you can see on your screen that there is a woman standing there with a pot on fire. We have Swiss stove, we have firewood, we have pot, and then the arrangement there is not, and the tools and equipment there is not being arranged, or they are not in order. So looking at this picture, it will tell you that this is a typical traditional kitchen, because you can see that the equipment and then the tools there, the smoke, how the walls have even changed with the smoke, the sweet stove, the firewood, the pot, the chairs there are not being arranged, or they are not in order. So this one will tell you that this is a traditional kitchen. As I told you, before you can identify a type of kitchen, you have to take a look at the things being used in that type of kitchen. So looking at this thing, it will tell you that this is a traditional kitchen, because if you go to our small villages, this is how most of their kitchen looks like. Sometimes too, they do have their kitchen under trees, or they have a small structure being used for their kitchen. So it is not planned. The things there are not arranged. Everything is everything is scattered there. So this one also tell you that it's a traditional kitchen. So let's look at the meaning of the traditional kitchen, or some of the things that are there in the traditional kitchen. Now, the traditional kitchen is not well planned and uses mostly typical local equipment. It's not well planned, as I told you. It also uses typical local equipment, as you saw on your screen: the sweet stove, the firewood, the charcoal, the chest. Everything is scattered, everything is not arranged, everything is not planned. It's mostly made of thatch or mud, and may be at the corner of the house or under a tree. So most of the times, this traditional kitchen can be found at the corner of the house or under a tree. So if you can see this structure being attached to a house, it simply tell you that it's a traditional kitchen, looking at the features as we just mentioned. Now, some of the tools and equipment that are available or that are being used in this type of kitchens are: we have earthenware pots, sweet stove, which uses firewood and charcoal. We have basket for storing food, and etc. The basket for storing food, since they don't have access to this modern gadget, they use this basket for storing their food stuffs. So instead of them to use this refrigerator and then the freezer for keeping their food, preventing it from spoilage, they are rather using the basket for storing their food, because they don't have access to the modern. That is why it is a traditional kitchen. Let's move on to our next traditional kitchen. We have the traditional improved kitchen. Traditional improved kitchen. As I told you, now the word there is improved. Although the traditional is there, but we have improved, meaning we've added a little of the modern in addition with the traditional, making it traditional improved kitchen. So let's look at the traditional improved kitchen. This kitchen uses local equipment in addition to some modern equipment. That is to say, whilst they are having the traditional equipment, they also having modern equipment. So can you try to list them? Let's move on. Try to list some of the modern and traditional equipment in order to bring them together for you to get the traditional improved kitchen. Okay. It may be an enclosed or separately built room which may be cemented. It may be an enclosed or separately built room which may be cemented. So this is not built under a tree, or as we talk about the traditional one, this may be a walls little structured which is being built with cement. Okay, let's look at some of the things that we are going to use there in the traditional improved kitchen. We have mortar and pestle, cupboard, stainless bowls, cooking pots, and a lot, etc. So these are some of the traditional improved kitchen being used in the traditional improved kitchen. These are some of the tools and equipment that you are going to see or you can use at the traditional improved kitchen. Looking on your screen, you see a picture of the traditional improved kitchen. Looking on your screen, you are going to see a picture of the traditional improved kitchen. You see, although it's being built with cement, we have our cooking pots, we have our sweet stove, but looking at one corner there, you can see a refrigerator. You can see a refrigerator. This is to tell you that the refrigerator there is a modern gadget, and we are having our sweet stove being a traditional equipment. So they are blending the traditional and then the modern gadget to get the traditional improved kitchen. So this picture is telling us that this is a traditional kitchen, but it has been improved with some modern gadgets like the refrigerator. So that is the traditional improved kitchen. Now we are going to our last type of kitchen. That is the modern kitchen. The modern kitchen. This kitchen is a well planned and uses modern gadgets and equipment. In this kitchen, it is a well planned and uses modern gadgets and equipment. It is planned as part of the main block and normally has a dining room reserved for eating. It is planned as part of the main block. So meaning in the modern kitchen, we don't separate the kitchen from the main block, or we don't separate the kitchen from the building. It's built inside the building. Is built inside the building. That is to say, the modern kitchen forms part of the main building. It forms part of the main building. And then one of the feature that makes modern kitchen different from the other types of kitchen is that in the modern kitchen, they has attached a dining room. They have attached a dining room. So you are having your kitchen, but in the kitchen, you're having a dining room. Unlike the other ones where you have to dish your food out from your pot, go to your place to eat, or go in your room to eat. But this kitchen is well planned, and then they have reserved a room for you to eat there. That is the dining room. As I told you, the dining room is a room which is part of the building reserved for eating, where food is being served and then you are also going to eat there. So in the modern kitchen, they've planned it in a way that after cooking your food in the kitchen, you aren't going to send the food out, but they have reserved a place in the kitchen for you to sit and be served there. Let's look at some of the modern kitchen equipment and tools that we can use there. We have microwave, toaster, rice cooker, refrigerator, electric and gas cooker, blender, cabinet, and a lot. You can name them. We have a lot of kitchen equipment. or the electric gadget that we use in our modern days, in our modern kitchen. So we are going to take a picture of the modern kitchen, and then you see the difference between these three types of kitchen that we've been able to classify according to their tools and equipment being used there. Looking on your screen, you see the picture of the modern kitchen. A very nice planned kitchen that you see on your screen. So see, everything is being arranged. We're having our cabinet. Even they have attached flowers. That is to tell you that they have modernized the kitchen in order to improve on the kitchen. So you can take a look at the modern kitchen. Some of the tools and equipment being used there: refrigerator, cabinet, a lot. Wow, let's take a look at the second picture. Now, as I told you that they have attached or reserved a room as the dining in the kitchen. You can see there's a dining tables and chairs there. So after preparing your food in the kitchen, you won't take the food out. You'll be seated and then you get your you've been served with your food, and then you are going to enjoy in this well planned modern kitchen. You can take a look at some of the modern tools that and equipment being used there. We have a lot that to use there. So these are the 3 types of kitchen that we've been able to group or classified. And I told you, before you can classify this kitchen, it's based on the tools and equipment being used there. So in examination, if you see these types of kitchen being listed with the tools and equipment, the only thing that will tell you that this is a modern, this is a traditional, or this is a traditional improved kitchen, look in the question that if the tools or the equipment being displayed in the kitchen is being used here traditional, being used in the modern, or being used in the traditional improved kitchen, it will tell you that it's a type of this kitchen that you are talking about. So for it to be easier for you, or for you to know that there's a modern kitchen, there's a traditional kitchen, there's a traditional improved kitchen, you have to consider the tools and equipment being used in the types of kitchen that we are talking about. So on our next meeting, we'll be looking at some of the kitchen tools and equipment, their uses. We misuse most of the kitchen tools for other purposes. Now on our next meeting, we are going to learn about each tool and the right function that they can perform. If you take a knife, if you take palette knife, if you take any tool, what is its use? What is its use? So if you always want to get the best, or if you want to always learn the best, if you always want to pass your examination, keep on watching AGPS TV. Keep on watching AGPS TV, and then we are going to end here for today's lesson. See you on our next lesson for kitchen tools and their functions or their purpose. See you on our next meeting. Stay safe.
Abundant Grace International School, we are located right in Obuasi, precisely BDM. The school has a number of facilities that aid in learning. We have qualified and trained teachers who are ready and willing to assist the children. The school has many facilities such as the ICT laboratory. We also have a science laboratory. We also have a library. The school has a number of buses which convey the children from their various destinations to the school premises. We have the football team, we have the drama group, we have a lot, and the school is based on the Christian principles. For more inquiries, you can call this number 0541 310 901 0541 670772. Abundant Grace, in God we trust.